Hello there. Good morning. Good early morning for me. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you are and wherever it is and whatever time it is you are tuning in. Welcome to another day and another episode of your daily dose of vitamin D3. This is our Wellness and Wealth Building Wednesday, and it's our Walking Wednesday since this is our last week together, technically, with the exception of one more day next week on Monday, with that being the last day of the month for this live stream episode. I'm going to take you on a walk with me. This is going to be our last walk together for a while, unless I decide to pop on at some other time, to do my live stream show. So today, by the way, with it being wellness and wealth building and walking Wednesday, make sure you stay hydrated, okay? Get your water, make sure you have something to drink, put on your walking shoes, and let's get at it, okay? Listen, if you are grinding right now, let me make sure my notifications are turned off, but if you're grinding towards your financial goals, but you're feeling the stress and the strain on your health, then I want to talk about how you can balance wellness with your wealth so that you can build your empire without burning out, all right? So definitely come on this walk with me. It's a little bit chilly out. This is the first time I've actually gone live this early in the morning with you all. And the reason I'm doing it is because I have a packed day and I want to make sure that I basically, am able to do this with you guys today when I have some time. Since I'm going on my walk anyways, I may as well, have the conversation with you. But at the same time, I won't be able to really get back to doing this afternoon because I have clients to see and then I have a lot to accomplish. By the way, top of the morning here, let me go ahead and make a quick announcement for you. I've been sharing this with you as I do my daily episodes here with you all, and that is this is my last week, okay, of this live stream series. So just want to remind you, so please do join. Make sure you share this broadcast out for anyone who needs to hear it, and make sure you watch any of my other past episodes of the Daily Dose of Vitamin D3, okay? The sunshine's not out right now, but my eyes are always sensitive and to the cold and just to brightness and different things. And so I have my sunglasses on as we go for our walk. But also the other thing I wanted to make sure you're aware of, in case you hadn't seen my past few live streams, at least this week, I've been sharing with you that there is the Job Liberation Virtual Summit is out. The tickets are on sale officially as of Monday, March 24th. They will be on sale through April 15th, okay? However, time is ticking, it goes fast. I would not wait. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait for it to be too late, okay, for you to get in the virtual building. This is for Black women only, okay? I'm doing a bunch of different live events and virtual series and different speaking engagements. This one in particular is for women of color, Black women in particular, okay? So just so you're clear. So if you're not a Black woman, but you know someone who is, or if you are a Black woman and you want to tag a friend, your biz bestie, or your entrepreneur entourage, definitely make sure you're getting yourselves in the virtual room where we're going to be talking about lots of things. It's a really great lineup of speakers. In fact, I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comment below so that you can have access to your ticket as soon as possible, okay? It's virtual. For those of you who are asking where, it's virtual. It doesn't matter where you are. So if you are someone who is working in a toxic job or a hostile work environment, or simply a job that no longer serves you and you want to leave your traditional 9-to-5 job, the corporate arena altogether, and you want to start and or grow your business or do some freelance work or do something outside of the traditional norms and what societal standards say your success should look like, this event will be for you, okay? It sold out very quickly last year, so don't wait, okay? Don't procrastinate. Don't wait for it to be too late for you to get your tickets. Go ahead and get your tickets right away. Those are the two announcements I wanted to make. Let's go ahead and get on our walk. Let me lock up my car. Buckle up here for the ride or for the walk. You got your walking shoes? Do you got your walking shoes? Okay, get your walking shoes. If you're just chilling this morning, definitely make sure you get your water. Stay hydrated. Get your favorite beverage. right? And, you know, I don't know if it's cool where you are right now. Like, it's going to be a nice warm day for us today here in Southern California. But right now it's a bit cool. I was going to take you on a walk down the lake with me. I don't know. Should we go around the park or the lake? What do you guys want to do? Any particular route you want to take today? I guess we can go. Let's see. I don't know. It's probably be less noise. So let's go walk this way. And depending on how long this live stream will be, I'm going to try to keep it to about 30 minutes. Then you can take a little peek at the lake this morning, since I typically take you with me in the afternoons. We're going to have to cross the street. So let's make sure we're doing that safely before we get into it. All right. Well, I hope everybody's doing well today on this Wellness and Wealth Building Wednesday. And even if you're inside, do you have a walking pad that you want to go fishing? You know what? I'm not into fishing actually, but lots of people are. And there is someone, at this lake actually, there are people who fish. And there just might be some people out there this early in the morning fishing. So if I happen to catch anybody, I'll definitely point you in that direction. So let's see, White Night Dog says, it's raining for us, but can you give me a shout out? A shout out? What would I give you a shout out about? I'll just shout you out that you made a comment and that you're here this morning showing up for yourself, okay? What I want you to do, what I want to shout out is to make sure that you are taking care of your holistic well-being. So hopefully, even if it's raining, can you walk inside of your house? Do you have a walking pad or a treadmill or an elliptical or something that keeps you doing some sort of activity so that you can stay healthy and well? So shout out to you for being here this morning. Somebody says, God bless, good luck. Okay, thank you. I received that. And I think those are all the comments for now. So our main focus today is really to explore practical ways to maintain stress and maintain health while aggressively pursuing business practices. And I want to make sure, I'll be looking back at you as often as I can, but I got to watch where I'm walking, okay, so I don't trip and fall. That'll be a whole nother live stream. And so, and I got to watch for traffic and dogs and all the things, okay? So hang in there with me this morning. This won't be too long. Like I said, we're going to keep it to about maybe 20, 30 minutes, okay? So the first point I want to make is really make sure you're prioritizing your physical health, like we're doing right now, right? We are out on a walk. I don't make excuses for anything. I don't care how tired I am. I don't care what's going on. I'm always going to make time for physical activity because it's necessary. You know, it's very necessary. So exercise regularly, right? You want to integrate just short, effective workouts into your day to boost your energy and reduce stress. That's really, really hugely important. And I know people make excuses about, you know, they allow their brains to talk them out of taking their walks, doing any sort of physical activity, especially early in the morning. Why? Because they're tired, it's cold, it's rainy, it's too hot, it's too this or that, I got too much to do, I didn't get enough rest, I don't feel like it. You know, you let your emotions drive and dictate your day, and that's really not going to allow you to be a successful person. And you have to be driven and disciplined and allow your discipline to drive you forward, even when you're not motivated, because the moment you start negotiating with yourself, you've already lost. As soon as you get up in the morning and you start debating with yourself about, oh, I'm just too this or that or the third, well, game over, right? You pull the covers back over your head, or you just laze around, Netflix and chill or whatever else, and you do nothing. And therefore you look up and the whole year's gone by and you didn't reach your goals again, right? So integrate different And this is really about a lifestyle change, right? So you need to make sure you're just integrating time for yourself, taking walks, getting up. Like for me, I work 90 in my 90-minute block. So every 90 minutes, I'm taking time to get up and move, to move my body, to stretch my body, to take a walk. Like I said, even if it's just in my backyard or around the house, you can do the same. If you have a walking pad, I would recommend that, right? For rainy days. If you have a treadmill, if you can go to a gym, which is on the inside, whatever you can do, you should be getting up and moving your body, just moving your shoulders, moving your neck around, walking around, doing some squats if you're able to, if you don't have like knee problems, just basic stuff, you know what I mean, in order to keep you active. So that's the main thing. Good morning. So that's one of the things that you can do, okay? Those crows are going off, right? And then there's the ducks. How funny. Okay, so then we got all the animals out here with us this morning. These are the birds. This is the time for the birds, the early birds, right? All right, so exercise regularly, make sure. And so, yeah, you'll boost your stress, you'll boost your energy, contrary to what people believe, a lot of people think they're going to be more tired by exercising, and you'll actually have more energy right at the top of the morning. And I do it before I eat. So now typically I'm out earlier than this, but I kind of got a late start. So, but we're out here still, right? The other thing is it increases your energy and it reduces stress. So if you make time to do this at the top of the morning, at least for a good 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 5 times a day, and then, throughout the day, continue to move, then that's going to keep waking your body up, okay? Make sure you're eating something nutritious. So I just said I hadn't eaten breakfast yet, but I'm going to. And so I don't start my work day before 9, okay? That's the time I set for myself. I work a 4-day work week. I work Monday through Thursday. Friday's my free day. And then I don't do work on the weekends unless it's absolutely necessary for some reason. But my weekends are to myself, especially my self-care Sundays. And so every day is a theme day for me, okay? So I make sure that I am always eating something nutritious. So make sure that you are, planning your meals the night before if you can. If it's hot and you want to just grab a cold bowl of cereal, that's fine, but make sure it's nutritious. For me, I go for what's heart healthy. That's what's really important, okay? So instead of maybe some really sugary cereals, I would highly recommend, a more nutritious hot cereal or cold cereal if you really want that, right? So oatmeal is always a great choice, right? It's full of fiber, it's packed with protein. Add a little chia seed in there. Add some omega-3 nuts if you like nuts, like I do. Add some blueberries or strawberries, or, sometimes I'll put some peaches or apples in there, just fresh, right? Nothing from the can, nothing with added sugars and syrups and all that crap. So we don't want to take something that is healthy and make it unhealthy by adding all of the additional bad stuff, you know what I mean? So make sure that you are certainly adding in some of those things that are important to you. A little bit of spice, like, you could put some nutmeg in there. You could put a little agave syrup in there. Make sure it's the 100% blue raw agave, okay? I wouldn't use sugar, like cane sugar or brown sugar. I would definitely use like a little bit of honey or agave. It's a nice natural sweetener, and it's healthier for you. It's a healthier version. And whatever other, like I said, top it with whatever you like, but just make it a healthy choice. The other thing that you could do is, like, I don't know, I'm not heavy on the carbs, but if I were to eat any carbs, it would be healthy carbs, and I would choose like I'm not really into a lot of breads and stuff, but say for example, I wanted to have, some bread, I would make sure it's the thin slices. I would make sure it was packed with, like a healthier version, packed with a bunch of different seeds, right? Multi-grain for sure. And they have lots of choices. So just, go to your nearest Whole Food store or Trader Joe's or Sprouts or Roots or whatever other store that you typically shop at, where you have some healthy food options. And then, I might get, like the thinner slice breads instead of the thick ones, the little small breads, you know what I mean? You've seen those in the store that you can hold the little bread in your hand. And then I might, take some avocado and put that on there, drizzle that with a little, top it with some maybe tomatoes, right? Some fresh tomatoes, some herbs. Like do something that's just going to be healthy, a healthy choice, a heart healthy choice, right? Some fruit, some yogurt. Now, because I'm vegan and lactose intolerant, as a lot of us are, I do not do dairy, so I would do a non-dairy choice for me, or an alternative like soy milk, coconut milk. Even if I were to do a cereal, same thing, almond milk, oat milk, something like that. So I'm just giving you some options, I might do a tofu scramble, anything that's going to be healthy. So think about what's healthy for you and what choices there are for you. If you are a meat eater or you eat seafood or what have you, then that's fine, but just make sure you choose something that's healthy, and that, choose something healthy as far as, any meats and stuff are concerned, which, maybe you can just lessen the meat you eat and how much of it you eat and that sort of thing. All right, so which way are we going to go? There's ducks everywhere. And they look like they're having a jolly good time here. So let's go this way for now. And let's see if we can find some people fishing. For the person who, let's see, that was Mr. Stack Racks. All right, so take fuel your body, fuel your body and prepare it for the long hours you're going to work by eating something nutritious and delicious, right? Nutritious doesn't mean it doesn't need to be delicious. It absolutely can and should be. And then mental health matters too, right? So make sure you're scheduling breaks and incorporating regular breaks to clear your mind and definitely to avoid burnout. Mindfulness practices, I'm all about it. Make sure you are adopting meditation as a practice, breathing exercises, that's a thing. Just really to manage stress in real time. So if you're feeling stressed in the moment, if you're feeling like you got a lot on your plate, if you feel like, you just have too much going on, we could go this way first. If you feel like you just got way too much going on to deal with and you want like an out, rather than giving up and giving in, go ahead and just take a moment to go do some deep breathing exercises. I mean, seriously, like deep breathing and meditating. Now, I take 20 minutes to 30 minutes at most, top of the morning, usually about 20, if I'm being honest, to meditate, right after prayer. And so for me, I am starting my day off, really setting the tone for the day, positive energy, bringing more of that to me. And meditation practices really, really help, okay? Really help relieve stress. I would say, if you want to create a calm, focused day, that's one of the best ways to create it. The other thing too, here, you guys can see the lake while I'm talking. Let me come over here. For those of you who are still here or those popping in and out, we can see the lake behind me. Right? So there's some serenity for you. But this is so calming, right? This also helps. So you'd be surprised if you can go walk at a park or lake, a beach, just somewhere, your neighborhood, if it's a nice, scene there. Just anywhere that's going to be tranquil for you and kind of relax you, easing into your day, is a smart thing to do. I would also say efficient time management. So make sure that you prioritize your task, okay? Prioritize your task. Using tools like the Eisenhower box, which is also known as the Eisenhower matrix. It is a tool that's used to differentiate between urgent and important tasks and those that are non-urgent and non-important. And it's like a grid with 4 boxes, if you're not familiar. And it's a really useful tool, actually. And we'll walk down here a little more and then we'll turn back around. But it's a really useful tool. And I would say, for example, like if you're struggling with deciding, okay, what do I need to do first, second, third, last? When do I need to get this done? I've got all of these competing priorities. The Eisenhower box or the Eisenhower matrix is really, really helpful. So if, for example, you have a whole long laundry list of tasks, right? And you're like, well, all of these look important to me. All of these got to get done. When am I going to have the time to focus and get them done? Well, one of the things that you would use this matrix for is to decide what's going to be put into the categories of what's important and what's not. So for example, good morning. So for example, say you have tasks that are both important and urgent, right? Then obviously those are the things that you're going to want to get done. So that's going to be top of the competing priorities list. But then let's suppose you have some things that you deem as important, but not necessarily urgent. Well, then in that case, you would want to put those in the box that are things that are able to be scheduled later, okay? And then if you have things that are urgent but not necessarily important, then those are the things you want to delegate out, okay? You want to outsource those things. So especially if you have a team or even just an assistant or to somebody who can help you get those done. Now, you might have some tasks that are neither important or urgent, right? And in that case, those just need to be deleted from your list. Like, why are they there? So it's a very helpful, useful tool. If you've never heard of it, do your research on it. Go pull up a matrix for yourself and start getting busy, right? Start figuring out what's what and see. I think you'll realize when you categorize those tasks, you'll realize that you can actually get things done a lot quicker, faster, and sooner, and definitely more efficiently, work more effectively, and be more productive in your day, okay? So then delegating and outsourcing, it's a real thing. I always recommend it, okay, highly. And I mean for your both your personal tasks and your business tasks, because believe it or not, oh my God, it's a lifesaver. It's a lifestyle change, but it is a game changer. You hear me? Like if you can just get somebody to help you do little things around the house, outsource things as simple as that's going to buy your time back, right? To help you focus on the things that are important, not just like time-consuming, tedious tasks that other people can do. We don't want to stay busy, bogged down and burnt out eventually, right? By doing all the things, wearing all the hats. So when we can outsource things like grocery shopping and people running errands for us and, going to, if you want to maybe even just order things online and go pick it up or send somebody like your child or whomever, to go pick it up if it's convenient for them, or, outsourcing things like laundry or, if you're not comfortable with that, maybe dry cleaning, but something, whatever kind of things you have around the house. Maybe you can hire somebody to help you with meal prepping, or you can do meal prepping yourself, which I do lots of times. If you can, buy into maybe invest in a meal prep service, right? That does it for you and sends it to you on a weekly basis or a monthly basis or whatever, depending on if that's more expensive or less expensive or more affordable to you. It's an option, So those are just some ideas for you to think about and to consider. Good morning. So, yeah, so, just figure out what really works for you and delegating is really key. That's all I can say. Like, if you don't have anybody right now that you have hired, I would certainly look into how inexpensive it absolutely can be, how affordable it actually is for you to hire help and delegate some of these tasks, especially if you are working a 9-to-5 right now. Listen, I've shared this many a times on different videos, but I'll share it again here this morning since we're talking about delegating. Even when I first started this business back in 2016, my online coaching and consulting business, Shared Visions by Katoa, even before I made a dime, my business was not yet profitable, okay? By the first 1.5 to 2 years into business, I hired my first VA. She was a godsend, let me tell you, okay? And even though I had a partner in this business at the time, she and I could not keep up with the demands of everything we needed to do in business, all the opportunities that we were presented with, the speaking engagements, the book tours. We had written a best-selling book pretty early on, working a full-time demanding job in corporate America. It was a lot. Holding down our relationship, family stuff going on, like life, living, just things, life, everything, all the things. It was too much. So we realized we needed help. And when we hired her our VA to do the work that we were attempting to do, my God, you have no idea what a lifesaver this young lady was to us, okay? Really, truly a godsend. And she was with me in business for the first 5 years. And I loved every moment of it. She had been for a while my lead VA before I started to hire others. And she just happened to be someone who really knew. She took so much of the burden off of us. She took so much responsibility off our plate, and things were done in a timely fashion because guess what? That was her main focus, and this is what she did all day, every day. These were things that were in her wheelhouse and zone of genius, so it freed up so much of our time and allowed us to have a more spacious calendar and focused on CEO and COO, operational and marketing and other activities that only we can do as the visionaries of our business and our brand. And that's still true to this day for me. So I'm just saying, get you a good VA. They're out there. You can get one here in the States, one overseas, doesn't matter. There are a lot of them out there that are well qualified, okay? So let's go ahead and turn back around because I really got a lot to do today, and I'm looking at the time and I don't want the time to get away from me. I still have to shower, eat breakfast, get my makeup on, get ready for the day, see my clients and all the other accomplishments I need to work through today. So hopefully that's really helpful. Good morning. Hopefully those are helpful. And so delegate and outsource, right? Just recognize that tasks, whatever task you're doing right now, even if you've got to stop saying things like, I can't afford it. And you got to look at what you actually can afford, right? So look at where you're spending your money now and decide on how you can actually take some of those funds and put it towards, investing in your business. And that is an investment in your business, by the way, is hiring help, okay? So if you're here on YouTube, you can hire somebody to even do the thumbnails for you. Like just simple tasks that are still time consuming though. Even if you know how to do thumbnails, you'd be surprised. There are people that are out there that are experts at it, that love it, that get it done in record time, right? So much faster than you. And so, you just want to make sure that you are spending your time wisely. Make prudent decisions as a CEO, right? So you want to execute on the right things, not the things that somebody else can actually do that you can pay them for. Again, we're buying our time back so you can expand your brand, increase your bandwidth, have the capacity, the energy to do the things that you absolutely need to focus on doing. And so start recognizing the tasks that can be handled by others and just make sure you're focusing on the high valued activities. And what are those? Well, I'm not going to name all the revenue generating activities, but those are the things you should be focused on. Okay, I already have lots of videos where I talk about revenue generating activities and stuff. So go back and you can certainly check those out. But if even just hiring somebody for social media, like, so not somebody to be your brand and voice, right? Nobody can ever do you. You can't hire somebody to really duplicate you necessarily. And I'm not saying you should, but you can teach them what, you know, your brand's about and what your voice is and what kinds of, how you talk to your audience typically, right? Who's your ideal client avatar? Like, you need to just train them on what to focus on. And as they get used to working with you, and the more they get acclimated to their role and learn more about you as a person, as the business owner, as the brand, the face of your brand, understand what your voice is and what your vision is, they can bring that to life for you. Okay? So, I mean, my social media manager, my goodness, I don't know what I'd do without her, but just make sure that you're hiring somebody who really knows their stuff, that they can deliver on their promise. So for example, you know, you can start with somebody who can just simply manage your social media, who can post your social media. Like, you can write your own captions, right? Or you can have them, you know, and you can do long form content and have them snip clips from it, and they can create reels for you, they can create blog posts for you, they can create LinkedIn articles for you, they can create TikToks for you, right? They can create shorts, they could create all kinds of, like, just little like tweets if you're still on Twitter, or what is it now, X. And you can get, you know, have what are those called, carousels created. Like, there's a lot you can get created, a lot of short form content and long form content that you can get from just one video. Okay, so just learn how to repurpose your I was trying to see the comments here, but just make sure you're repurposing the material that you're already creating so that you can, again, buy back your time. You just got to work smarter, not harder. And if you're going to work harder, at least work harder on smart things. You know what I'm saying? All right. So those are real life examples that I can think of. Those are reasons why you should delegate. These are things that you can do to free up your hours each week. This is some strategic planning for you. So if you want more insights on blending health with wealth and getting away from the hustle and the hard work, then definitely join me and a lineup of about 14 or so, maybe more. Last time I checked, it was about maybe 15 of us speakers, phenomenal speakers, by the way. Then join us at the Job Liberation Summit for Black women, okay? Be sure to tag a friend, invite somebody in the room. If this applies to you, definitely show up, get your tickets while they are on sale. We are taking a holistic success approach, right? Success strategies that we are teaching you so that you can be holistically well. And I mean in every aspect of your life. And starting with removing yourself from a job that no longer serves you in your corporate career altogether, helping you make the transition. You'll learn how to and matter of fact, you know what I think I'll do? I think I will not only put the link here in the pinned comments, but I'll also put the link I'll do a community post, and I'll have, you know, like what the lineup is and like what you'll learn, because there's so many wonderful speakers and everybody's talking about something kind of interrelated to a degree, right? They're definitely interrelated, I'd say, interconnected in some way, because we're talking about holistic health strategies, but from a completely different perspective. So if you want to learn more about remote work, there's a speaker for that. If you want to know how to get remote jobs, right, that person is teaching that as well. If you want to learn what to do as you're healing through or healing from a toxic job or hostile work environment, if you want to know how to start and grow a business in the online space, if you want to know, like, there's so many different topics that, you know, each of us are going to talk about. and we're tapping into pretty much everything. So definitely this will be an empowering event that you do not want to miss out on. Okay, so anyways, I do hope you found this helpful. Stop here for a moment. My hand's getting tired and it's cold. So we're going to close this out here, but let me know what's helpful for you. Let me see if I have any more comments. I see a few held for review. All right, so I've already answered, looks like, the questions that came through, but if you think of anything else as you are watching this on the replay, make sure you leave me some comments. Like I said, this is my last week officially for doing this live stream show series. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back on Monday just to wrap things up and tighten things down and make sure I tell you what the next moves are, what the next steps are, and where I'm going from here, okay? And what the expectations can be. But in the meantime and in between time, you can always catch my content. I post 3 times a week, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, same time, same place. So definitely make sure that you are tapping in, okay? And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, girl, I don't know what you're waiting for, okay? If you're loving this kind of content, definitely do subscribe and hit the notification bell. Why? Because you don't want to miss a single episode whenever I do go live. You never know when I might pop back in. And I'm also considering doing my resuscitation room, bringing that back and mixing the daily dose in with that on a weekly basis. But I don't know exactly yet when and how I'm going to fit that into my schedule, but I'm going to talk more about that on Monday. But I just want to give you a little hint since you're here, for those of you who's watching. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Keep tabs on my community tab, all right, so that you know what announcements there are and what I got going on. That's another way you can keep up with me. And you can always check my description box out for any resources that you need. I have lots of things that are applicable to you and available and accessible to you and affordable for you right now, to include booking a call with me if you need some help getting from where you are now to where it is you ultimately want to be. So I am about meeting you where you are in the journey. And if right now you're not happy with where you are financially, you want to be independent, you know, and free from a job, you want to own and operate a successful business and thrive beyond the 9 to 5. If you are ready to like really jump ship, like you're ready to go, you're ready to do the thing, right? You've already prepared and you've done everything that's necessary up until this point, and at this point now you need some support, some guidance, right? You want to feel empowered and inspired. You actually want a coach to walk you through the process step by step. Then by all means, do book a call with me, okay? So there's all the ways. I'm just giving you some options. Options equal freedom, right? That's my motto. That's the philosophy I live by. So make sure you understand that to be true. So I hope this has been genuinely helpful for you, right? And as always, I'm gonna tune out right here because we gotta get some work done today. But as I tune out and you tune in, be sure to share this video out with at least 3 friends, okay? As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.